Training a dog requires significant time and effort, but once their attention is captured, their intelligence allows them to execute a variety of tricks. Despite the demanding effort, the results are certainly rewarding. However, for a particular pet owner, the process of training her canine companion took an unexpected and unusual turn. While the dog comprehended the basic concept, it eventually decided to take matters into its own paws, demonstrating that there's more than one approach to tasks. Golden retrievers aren't typically heralded as the most intelligent breed, though they can be taught. Even after mastering a skill, they tend to exhibit their own distinctive methods. This situation precisely unfolded for an owner who recounted her story on Tumblr. Upon adopting a rescue retriever, she promptly began teaching him how to signal when he needed to go outside for bathroom breaks. In time, the dog learned to approach the front door when nature called. However, for some inexplicable reason, he introduced an unconventional twist to this straightforward action. Alongside standing by the door, he adopted the habit of licking it. This peculiar behavior signified his need to go out. If he stood there without licking, it indicated that he didn't need to relieve himself. Although unusual, the owner was content with the completion of his training, at least until they relocated. Such transitions can be taxing for all involved, including dogs. This retriever was no exception. Adjusting to the new environment proved challenging for the owner, yet at least she comprehended the dog's intent. The dog, on the other hand, was initially so perplexed that it led to an amusing situation. The dog still knew that indicating his need to go outside involved approaching and licking the front door. However, there arose a problem. He wasn't entirely certain where the new front door was located. Given that their new residence had only one front door, the owner presumed he would eventually identify the correct door to lick for outdoor excursions. However, this assumption proved incorrect. Regrettably, the dog's learning process was somewhat slow. When he required outdoor relief, he continued to lick doors, although not necessarily the front one. This unconventional behavior extended to bathroom doors, bedroom doors, and even kitchen cabinet doors. The owner found this behavior both baffling and humorous, unsure whether the dog's actions displayed brilliance or a lack thereof. In their previous house, the dog knew to lick the front door, but now, in instances where the owner was showering, a simple lick on the frosted glass door prompted her to rush out, still in a towel, to put the leash on him. At this point, the owner contemplated whether the dog believed it had discovered a shortcut, licking the nearest door to initiate an outing. She hoped this was the explanation, as the alternative involved the dog believing that each door served as a portal to a magical Narnia leading to relief. Although the dog's strategy might have been astute, it exasperated the owner. If some time elapsed without spotting the dog, she had to search room by room to ensure he wasn't licking doors, which could precede an accident. The owner often shared her dog's eccentric behavior with others, who found it amusing. Nevertheless, she felt that people didn't truly grasp the oddity of encountering a dog with its tongue on a random door. To address this, she began tailing her dog with a camera, aiming to capture the moment he embarked on his enthusiastic exploration of the outdoors. Before long, she observed the dog rising from the kitchen floor and independently ascending the stairs, stealthily following, camera in hand. His actions left everyone perplexed. He ventured into her bedroom and directed his attention to the wardrobe door, indulging in an act of licking it. Clearly, this dog was in need of some guidance. Despite his misdirected efforts, his intentions were good, driven by his heart if not his bladder. Even though his execution wasn't perfect, his persistent attempts were still commendable. The addition of a dog to a family can be a daunting prospect, and it didn't take long for a family from Washington to realize that their newly acquired pup demanded more effort than they initially expected. However, his peculiar behavior took an unexpected twist that made them reassess the situation. Andrew and Clara Davis shared the common desire of many children before them to welcome a dog into their family. To them, the added responsibility was a small price to pay for the joy of having a canine companion. Initially hesitant about getting a dog, their parents Nola and Richard had a change of heart when they heard about a dog available for adoption named Patch. The day they brought Patch home remains vivid in Richard's memory. They managed to surprise the kids by having Patch concealed in the back seat of the car. The kids were puzzled until they finally laid eyes on the dog. Clara's excitement was palpable as she recalled the moment. Patch quickly integrated into the Davis family, seemingly as if he had always been a part of it. However, the family noticed one peculiar aversion. Patch had a strong dislike for water. Bath time was a challenge for him. As Patch went through the usual stages of puppy growth, Nola began to worry. His growth rate was substantial, and the house they lived in was quite small. The realization dawned that they might have underestimated the size Patch would eventually reach. With a small yard and limited space indoors, the Davis family faced tough decisions. They contemplated finding another home for Patch, one that could offer him the space and environment he needed. However, Andrew was adamant about not giving up on Patch. His determination to keep Patch led the family to hold off on a final decision for a few days. In the meantime, Nola found herself in a shocking situation on January 12, 1999. Alone at home and relaxing in the bathtub with the radio blaring, Nola was startled when Patch charged into the bathroom, the very room he disliked. To her surprise, Patch didn't bite her. He tugged at her arm, urging her to follow him. Curious and concerned, Nola wrapped herself in a robe and prepared to usher Patch out. But then she noticed something alarming: smoke. Opening the bathroom door revealed the house consumed by flames. Worse, the fire surged into the bathroom, setting it ablaze. In the midst of chaos, Patch guided Nola through the inferno with astonishing agility, occasionally checking to ensure she was following. Finally, with Patch's guidance, she reached the safety of the front yard. Instinctually, Nola considered returning inside to retrieve her car keys, but Patch blocked her path and pushed her away from the danger. He was resolute in preventing her from facing the peril. Moments later, flames erupted from the windows. While the fire reduced the Davis family's belongings to ashes due to an electrical short, Nola and Patch emerged unscathed. The heroic act was not lost on Patch. Clara observed how he strutted with pride, as if to say, "I'm a good dog." He reveled in the attention that followed. The dilemma of whether to give Patch away became a moot point. Nola and Richard decided to purchase a new home in Montana, one that provided Patch with a spacious yard to romp in, solidifying his place as a cherished member of the family.